I'll sneak up on you. Welcome back to Stay Tuned. I'm Tony Angelo. Today we're gonna get my 1953 hot rod Studebaker up, driving, and running down the road for the first time since the 60s. Let's go. My name is Anthony Angelo. I bought this car a couple of weeks ago at an online auction where I probably spent too much for it, but I was just so hot on this thing because to me it looked like it hadn't been touched in decades and decades. And once we got it back here, it turns out, I think I was right. This is a 1953 Studebaker Commander. This is a 1956 Oldsmobile Rocket 324 V8, which was like the LS swap of the 50s and 60s. Apparently Olds motors were super, super hot until the Hemis took over, even in racing. Somebody swapped this thing in here, as best we can determine, in 1962. It's got a couple of hot speed parts. Obviously it's got the tri-power carburetors on top. And we've been digging through it, and after fighting with this thing relentlessly, we got it to fire up and sing and sound absolutely killer after a few days of work.
There we go.
Oh! Yes! 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 But now, we want to get it up and running down the road, which will be probably a big fight too. That's our favorite though. We love fighting. Okay, well, this car ran with no coolant, with a fuel jug hung up on the lift, and no ignition wires. We've got quite a bit to do. We're gonna figure out a full fuel system. We've got a new radiator, rebuild the water pump, make new ignition wires, wire that all up, make it charge with a 12-volt alternator, and then once that's all done, we've got to figure out how to make this thing stop, okay? We've got a new master, but all of these brake parts, I'm assuming, are a disaster. I'm gonna save that till last because it's gonna be the worst. First things first, I'm gonna make a set of ignition leads. Barb is gonna rebuild the water pump. You can see this crusty disaster in here. It's like what they build houses out of in the Southwest. That's disgusting. And when we'll get rocking. It's green.
It's like you changed a baby's diaper
Yeah.
with bare hands.
So one thing I love about buying cars we've never had before is I get to learn a bunch of stuff. And I've been doing research on this thing like crazy. And I found out a few different things. This lower bell housing, that's aftermarket. That is probably from Offenhauser because originally the starter would have been on this side. And when you want to swap this into any regular car, steering gearbox is going to be there. So you buy this Offenhauser piece and then it would bring it over, the starter over to this side, which is fine, except that's where the oil filter used to be. So they also made, same company, Offenhauser, sells this oil filter relocation kit. So pretty wild stuff. What I love about this car is that it's legitimate old period hot rod that these guys built in their garage or their backyard or wherever, trying to make a quick little Studebaker out of what they could find and what they can afford. And it's just what they needed. You know what I mean? Like it's got 5 or 6 or 7 aftermarket parts on it, and the rest is all just from the junkyard or figuring out what motors make a bunch of power, that kind of stuff. It's really, really, really cool. Yep. And then in the back, they got a more stout rear end off of something. It's not exactly a Ford 9-inch. We've been debating what it is. They've got some heavy duty shock, these like additional springs on there, and what looked to be a couple additional leaf springs hanging this rear end in the car. You couldn't just go online with your computer and go to some monster catalog and buy whatever you wanted. This is probably a few different years of sourcing stuff together and getting it all to work. There's also a, was it shifter? Spark-O-Matic?
Yeah.
Spark-O-Matic shifter, that's another Pennsylvania company up here.
The power shift.
The power shift. That's to make a floor shifter for your hydromatic transmission, which I learned also is a 4-speed automatic from the 50s that doesn't have a torque converter. Pretty cool.
That means?
Yeah, it's got 3 steps in it. What are you talking about?
Remember the last time you looked at that, you're like, oh, there's machining, and then you just put the instructions on the floor?
I don't know what you're talking about. You can't easily buy a 1950s Oldsmobile water pump. You have to rebuild it. It's this big, monstrous hunk of aluminum. This is the impeller, which looks like, I don't know, the bottom of my blender actually has more curve than this. So these come apart in some sort of cartridge fashion. Here's a retainer.
I'm going to figure it out.
There's some instructions Barb's complaining about. They look pretty comprehensive to me, man.
Yeah. Did you write them?
Got 3 steps in it. Take the thing apart, put the thing back together, give yourself a high five. 3 steps. You got it.
All right, while Tony's making plug wires, I'm going to start messing around with this big old hunk of aluminum water pump.
Not aluminum.
Huh?
It's definitely not aluminum.
You said aluminum on the camera before.
No, I said steel. Well, it's not.
Roll the footage.
Monstrous hunk of aluminum.
This big old heavy thing, this metal water pump.
Yeah, it's definitely not aluminum.
We're going to pull this clip out. There's a shaft that comes through the center with 2 bearings in it. And then there's the flange that the fan and the pulley bolt onto, and then the impeller on the inside. I believe, based on these instructions that don't tell you anything else other than put it together, it has to be pressed out. So I'm going to have a look at this and figure it out. We're going to figure it out all together. Okay, so I found this rebuild kit on eBay. It was like maybe 85 bucks, and it has a new machine shaft that has the 2 bearings in it. It comes with the seal that is spring-loaded and the gasket. There were a couple of remanufactured water pumps that were like 300, 400, 500 bucks. This is significantly cheaper, and it's just a bunch of cast iron. So I'm going to move this thing over to the press and see if we can get this apart.
Amazing. All right, I'm going to make a set of ignition wires for this thing. If you watched last time, I spent like 2.5 hours looking around for the little MSD crimpy thing that goes to make ignition wires. It goes in your vise. Couldn't find it. Reached out to my guys at MSD and asked for the fancy one, and they obliged and sent 2. Part number 35051. These are the top dog of ignition wire crimpers. It's super cool. They will cut. They will strip back the conductor on the inside, and then they will crimp properly any ignition lead that you need. So I'm hoping this will go a little bit better, because off camera I was screaming about this thing last time. I like to get a nice set of ignition wires on it. Also, if you're doing a motor you're not familiar with, find the way that the distributor spins and the firing order. Now, a Oldsmobile V8 from this time basically runs the same as a traditional Chevy small block with a 4-7 swap. So it goes 1-8, 7-3, 6, 5, 4-2. That's how it goes. All right. So I'll crimp, hold this thing back, do a little bit of silicone on the outside of this thing, just to shove the boot on a bunch. Work that through. There you go. How about that? Boom, done. Easy peasy, perfect. That's sick. And then I'll just bring this in and start working my way around. All right, first one's done, 7 more to go, and then I'll move on to the next thing. That was the least painful that's ever been.
I like to hear that. Okay, there we go. We're going to run into the flange there. Okay.
What happened there?
Nope. Wow. The whole thing cracked in half. That's cool. Alright, I can weld that, I guess. Alright, I got that pressed off. Got some cleanup work to do here. And some repair work. Alright, so I've got it all pressed apart. I've got the flange off that holds the pulley and the fan. I have the impeller pressed off, which I cracked and I have to repair. The existing shaft with the bearings in it, which are pretty worn. And the existing seal that has the spring-loaded seal. It's like an internal brass race that goes inside of here. and then there's a spring-loaded rubber seal that goes on the backside. I believe that's what keeps the seal on the inside to keep it from leaking, and it was definitely hammered because it was leaking out the weep hole. Yeah, we're gonna clean this up. A lot of cleanup here. This is nasty. So I fixed this thing up. I ground out the crack on both sides, squeezed it together in the vise, and then cleaned it out with the wire wheel, little acetone, preheated a little bit, and then ran a bead on both sides. Looks to be pretty good. We'll see. Hopefully it works all right. I'm going to clean up this little tiny spot on the inside here and start to put this thing back together. So somebody at some point put some really light silver paint on this, but underneath it is the green that the block is painted. Well, block would have been painted back then. So we're going to bring it back to green. Factory. I think they call this a factory rebuild. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Factory rebuild,
It's
right?
remanufactured.
Oh, remanufactured. Yeah. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's good as new.
So this was definitely green originally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, beauty. I'll get something to hold that down at some point. That's it. Looking good. Sparkified. Just gonna get some of these barnacles loose so that when the water hits it, hopefully it flows out. I'll go get the garden hose and give it a quick rinse. Now it's a race car. Hold on, let me get that a little more greased up as it's going in. Go ahead.
What's the bottom side look like?
Try to stay on that race. That's it. That's the sound.
That looks good to me, bud.
Yeah, send it, leave it.
Love it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You push the impeller down.
Tap that thing on there. I'm going to give it like one little tack, one little zzz.
Oh, like 3. I'll probably
Okay.
go bip, bip, bip. Because you figure all the mass of that thing
Slow-mo.
on the
Yeah.
front, it's never,
Yeah.
the heat's not going to get there.
Okay.
Not
I like Beautimus.
How far to go in? A little bit.
Not much. 16th. Just enough to center it up. Ready?
Yep.
Watch your finger. It doesn't pinch.
Oh boy.
There it
Can I
goes.
do one more? Oh yeah.
That's probably about good. Maybe a hair
A
more.
little more, yeah. It's moving easy. Oh.
How's that? Is that too close?
I think. Nope.
More, eh?
Yeah.
About like that.
That's in the ballpark for sure.
Here, put this on like this. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll put it on. If you guys don't know, you can do this with water pumps. People always act
did
like you
not
gotta
know
throw shims and whatever, and if it's in too far, you could put a little piece of strap metal across it with 2 bolts and pull them out or knock them in if you have to adjust them. But we'll basically throw it on here now and
Does
check
it make good spinnies?
I cleaned the face of the thing.
Hell yeah. It's brand new, baby. Nice work. All right.
All right, there you go. All right, I've scraped off 2 gaskets from the body of the water pump, and there's another one on the actual housing now too. This was a stack them up until it works situation back in the day, I guess. Hoping for a good seal here. Some of these holes I can see my finger through, so I'll be putting pipe dope on them. Probably all of them. Always check that. Some motors need that, some motors don't. But a little thread sealant never hurt anybody. Hell yeah. That thing feels right as rain. Look at that. All right, water pump is done. Ignition leads are done. I'm gonna hit the sack. We're gonna rest up and come back for a big day in the morning. 2 steps closer to driving this thing down the road. Awesome. I love this car. Old hot rod stuff. Can't beat it. Whoa, good morning, everybody. I was making pizzas at home last night and had a bunch of dough left over and figured I would make a breakfast pizza. This is a pepperoni and my mom's meatballs pizza. It's gonna be delicious. Guess what? It's been proven that pizza is better for you in the morning than cereal. It's a fact. Look it up.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You just made that up?
I think it's true.
You
I
say
don't
it
know. You can find whatever you want on the internet. You can have it say that elephants are smaller than donkeys, and if you smack a squirrel in the teeth, he will bring you 13 lucky coins. You can find whatever you want, dude. It's the internet. All right, grab your favorite quarter and send it in. Yeah, look at him go. How's the pizza?
Delicious. Thank you very much for bringing it.
All right, so what we're gonna do now is pull this sucker tight, stand back, do a real deep squint, and say how it looks.
That's dialed, dude.
See? Style.
Yeah, it's dialed.
Here, hold
Let
it.
me get the back.
Let me have a look at it. Sometimes you want to sneak up on it. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good.
I'm going to reseal up the water pump and torque down the crank bolt, and then we're going to fire. There's all sorts of crust and corrosion on there. I'm going to show you a nice quick way to get that fixed up.
Fire it up and give it a listen, huh?
Plus, we also got to run the motor. That's
Yes.
my favorite part.
All right.
All right, we're going to do our quick and dirty electrical system, and we'll get this thing fired up. I haven't heard it in a week and a half or so, and it's one of the most glorious sounds ever. I'm pumped. We fought this thing tooth and nail to get this motor even unstuck and spinning after 60 years, and I had almost no hope at the end. Then it fired up, it sounded like $1 million, and it spins beautifully now.
That
so
felt good.
Who knows?
That was a good day.
Still feeling good.
Covered in gas. Here we go.
Barb is going to Statue of Liberty. Do you know what the Statue of Liberty does?
That's not what she does.
What are you doing, brother? Yeah, it's a torch to welcome all the people.
Fire the car.
You ready? Maybe give it 1 or 2 little pumps. See that?
His face.
Hold
He goes, ah?
on. See that thing? The best, dude. Get it? I'm just doing a quick cleanup of the crank pulley.
So smooth, dude.
Hear that thing? So good. So good.
Hell yeah.
Car rules. Go. It's time to talk workwear, specifically Brunt workwear. If you guys have been watching this channel, you know Brunt is sponsoring this video, but they have been supporting the channel for a really long time, and they make a killer product, and everyone here is absolutely geared out in Brunt stuff because it really works, and we really like it. So we've got their boots. We're always rocking them. I've been wearing their pants forever. There's just a great company that's so easy for us to support because they support us, and they have a great product. I'm talking killer value and honest pricing. Stuff that you can try, and if you don't like it, just send it back. I cannot say enough about it. Barb's wearing Brunt, Declan's wearing Brunt stuff, Kuntz is wearing Brunt. We're in it all the time because it works, it's comfortable, it's durable. One of my favorite thing about the boots is that you don't have to break them in. You just throw them on and go. And I'm telling you, I have yet to properly wear out a set of Brunt boots. We're getting towards the end of the year. They've got some really sick limited edition stuff. There's Black Marin boots out. There are limited edition hoodies coming out. We're all starting to think about gifts, right? It's that time of year. Brunt stuff is awesome. If you've got a hard worker that you love, get them some Brunt stuff and they will thank you for it. And if you go to bruntworkwear.com/staytuned10 right now, you'll get $10 off your order of $60 or more. So get after it. And we're gonna get after making the Studebaker go. So the 12-volt alternator kit is supposed to go right in place with your generator, and it gives you this little bracket that like probably works for a bunch of different cars. And you lock this down, throw the old bolt through it, and then just hang this alternator off of it. But because ours is this kind of homemade setup, I'm gonna keep going with this homemade theme and just weld this bracket to their bracket. A couple of bracket boys over here. You know what's better than one bracket? Two brackets.
Look at that bracket.
Boom.
See how clean that bracket is?
Yeah. What, me? Oh, you're, dang! You can see her, that's what I'm saying, dang.
I'm gonna tape that off so it doesn't get paint on it, and I'm gonna paint everything else black.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little spray on the balancer.
Mm-hmm.
I got this covered. All right, so I am going to just wrap up a couple of little spots here with some plastic wrap and give us a little spray bomb job with some Eastwood Rust Encapsulator Plus. The good stuff, model that stuff. You gotta really like, there you go. That is Tony's favorite thing on the entire planet. If he could rust encapsulate his bathroom at home, he might. I'm not going crazy here, just a little light spray.
Dang. It's a whole new car under there. Sick. Also, a guy in the comments said there's a grease fitting on that post.
Which one?
Find it and grease it up. In the
post for the steering?
frame. In the frame, yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Thanks, guy. All right, so
Whoa, look at that, huh?
somewhere, it's somewhere. Hold
Shoe
on,
buddy.
hold on, gentlemen. Give me a 3/8/16. Yeah, in the back. Got it? All right, so that feels good. This is right in the middle of their adjustment. I like the idea of using any old stuff from this car we can. So I'm going to use their weird head bolt bracket and this tensioner. I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to suck it in a little bit and we'll make a measurement and send Declan to get hoses and belts. Shit. What do you got there? Look at this. Look at this. I just opened up. If you have any doubt that this car hasn't been touched since the 60s, look at these boxes. These are wheel cylinder rebuild kits. Yep, still intact.
Do you understand how much time I spent looking for those on the internet?
Should have looked in the back of the
I could
car.
have just gone in the trunk.
This is all swap stuff. 4 Chevy truck motor mounts, which are just rubber bushings. Voltage reducer reduces 12 volts to 6 volts. Yep, that would have been helpful probably back in the... So 53, this motor is made to run on 12 volts, but then I think they went with, this is just a giant clay resistor is what this is. See it? Probably gets hot. That's sick. So this motor, Oldsmobile's one of the, I've done so much research. Oldsmobile went to 12 volts in 53. This is a 56 motor. So, and this car would have been 6 volts. More motor mounts. I wonder if we can use it in the Hurst. These might be for the Hurst kit because they're just big rubber washers. What else we got? Hold on a minute. New Wilco voltage. Oh, this is it. Regulator. Dang. Look at that thing.
Date on there?
The newest car listed is 63, so my guess is 63. So I love this history. It's so cool. Like hot rodding when you couldn't, when there was, you just had to make it up. What do we got here? Weird chain links.
Hog rings?
These are for putting chains on your tires.
No way.
Monkey link, self-closing repair link. Be sure the monkey is on the package. That's wild. All right, we're gonna send Declan off to the store on an adventure to get us a V-belt for this thing and new hoses because we had to hack up the old ones, but they're also older than dirt, so yeah. That's how we measure them. So I'm gonna lay in our new Champion radiator. This is aluminum. Barb bought this sucker online for $200 because our old one was pretty mangled up. Just so we can see what hoses we have to get. This is a 3-hose system, so factory Studebaker comes out down here, and then the actual lower hose for the Oldsmobiles over here. So they've got this little sub pipe, a straight hose, and then it picks up. So the idea is all we need is a hose from here to here, and from here to there, and then we'll get a new sub hose too. I think we can just about make work. It's close. That 8, yeah. And then what size is that? It's probably the same as this, I would think.
2-inch.
Yeah, did I say 2? Yeah. Look at the straight 2-inch. See what they got, and maybe get me a new one of whatever this is.
Okay.
Take that number, take this hose. Hey y'all, if you want to support the channel and let people out in the world know that you're watching Stay Tuned, we have been cracking on the merch program and we've got a ton of new stuff. We've got a full line of koozies. You can keep your sodas and other sodas cool with these things. We've got the Pizza Team one. We're gonna lose the shop, East Coast Speed. All of our classic designs are now available in koozie form. We've also got a line of leather keychains, one with our Fire It Up, which is kind of what we yell every time we get a new car going, or the original Stay Tuned diamond logo. All sorts of fun new stuff. And we've got new t-shirts designed like this coming out every single month. So please grab a piece if you want to support, and we do super, super appreciate it.
Love it. Radiator's in. Sick.
I mean, I just sat in and get the hoses light out, but yeah.
I mean, it looks good in there. Okay. I'm going to work on fuel tank stuff then.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna bolt this in for good.
Love it.
And then I'll start looking at, when he gets here with the hoses, I'll do those first and then
Okay.
work from there. Cool, Declan is back. We got a hose, a couple hoses, and a belt. We're gonna see if this fits. Moment of truth. Moment of, a little short. He got one though with the confidence of an absolute maniac. Just get one belt. All right, well, he's gonna have to take a little ride out. So close, but we don't really want it touching the cylinder head. We want it more like it's got to be out here to even get into the groove. Although I could shorten this lever arm. You have to get a longer belt there, Deck Dog. Nah.
So while Tony's working up in the front of the car, I'm gonna start getting the fuel system together back here. We have this 5-gallon cell from Holley that I am going to very simply mount up here like this, make a couple little stanchions to hold it. We can still reach the top with the filler at the gas pump, and then I'm going to mount a Holley blue pump on the brackets and just use the fuel lines that somebody else had very conveniently already poked through the floor with grommets and everything, and send that up to the front of the car. It's time to weld. Now the one side I think is gonna have to get shortened a little bit to follow the shape of the trunk, but I think we're close here, dude.
Trying to get this thing in shape, then I'll tighten it down. There's a little more adjustment than I thought there was. There we go. That's it. All right, we're gonna get her dialed in and tighten it back down and call it a day. Feeling good. Declan got that new belt. As you can see, it's gonna be just long enough. That'll be fine. Declan is making the hoses work. He's got the one replaced here, this kind of intermediate piece. He's working on the lower, and then we will get the fan, radiator shroud, and radiator mounted up. Then we'll do the upper hose, and that's all she wrote there.
All right, so we've got the bracket made up. I've tightened it down to the fuel cell. The fuel cell is pointing up a little bit in the back right now just because of the way the floor is shaped. So I'm just gonna press it down, zap it to the floor, and call this one done. Not bad.
All right, Barb is gonna weld. Show it to him, Barb.
I'm gonna weld some tubing onto the radiator to change the angle of the outlet.
Yeah,
Inlet.
sure. Yeah,
Outlet.
whatever. Don't worry.
One of the
Probably
tubes.
outlet.
Changing the tube thing. There you go. That looks great. I'm gonna weld it.
Prove it.
I will right now. As soon as I finish cleaning this up.
I feel like I'm getting a good shot here. Get the vibe, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Am I covering the thing well? No, but I got the feeling of the room.
More vlogs in here.
Hold on, let me darken it up real dark. Yeah, make it spooky. Make it spooky.
That's just
Actually,
me.
it looks cool.
Now I got my groove, baby.
Now Barb got his groove back.
Got my
Let's
groove
get it.
back.
No sweat. I am taking a little bit out of this adjuster so it's not such a fight. I actually like the shorter belt where it lives. So I'm just going to chop this off in the bandsaw and bolt it back on.
Starting to look like a car.
That's more like it.
So I'm going to mount this fuel pump up right now to this little hump here. I found a bracket that was supposed to be a piece for my dad's car that I actually just cleaned off my desk. Thanks, Dad. I don't remember what for, but it's here. Yeah, I'm gonna weld that right there. Line's gonna come in, it's gonna go out, it's gonna go to the front of the car. It's gonna make fuel pump noises and sounds, and we're getting there though. This is awesome.
What are you doing there?
So I'm figuring out how to wire this car up. And I wanted to see how involved it would be to actually use the ignition switch and this really cool start button that they've got here. And I looked in the glove box, and there's not really anything in there super interesting, but I did find this. And what I think we have here is definitive proof, and it looks like it came right off the windshield here. This is a 1963 inspection sticker that says this sticker is illegal after July 31st, 1964. So this car has been off the road since the 63, for sure.
That's
Very clear.
crazy.
Yeah. What state or anything, but
So cool.
In the back. This thing in the back. All right, under the hood is just about done except for a couple of wires. Barb's got the fuel system in the back just about done. Now we're going to tackle the part that we have been putting off the entire time with good reason, the brakes. They haven't moved in 50, 60 years. They're going to be miserable. You're looking at an under-car master cylinder pumping 4 full-on drum brakes. So it's going to be a nightmare. Let's get after it. I'm pumped. But also, I'm excited. We're getting really close to trying to drive this thing down the road. Feels good. Feels good. All right, there you can see the underfloor master cylinder. It's a single circuit master cylinder. So they call those suicide masters. If that goes bad, the next step is to just open the door and jump out of the car. Modern cars have a dual circuit. That way if one goes bad, the other one still slows the car down. That's all right. That's how it was. That's how we're leaving it. Break these all loose. Okay, I hit them with a little weasel whiz, and then we'll try to get this thing out of here. This is the pedal arm itself goes right up and into the car inside of a boot. So you can see, and then there's a hole in the floor here. That's how you fill the brake fluid, which is hilarious. It's good enough for our grandpas. It's good enough for us. Yep. That stuff smells, dude. We use Weasel Whiz here because the owners sent it to us and we like it, but man, it stinks. It smells like when you leave a banana in your car for like a couple of weeks.
How often do you do that, Dan?
Like that. It smells like that.
And then a baby eats it, and
Yeah.
the baby has diarrhea.
Yeah, so that. Keep going. Nice. All right. Got more bolts. Smart, though, using a through bolt as opposed to putting some in the frame that could break. Why don't you take Weasel Whiz and hit the back bleeder of every wheel cylinder? And start taking the wheels off this thing. There it goes. Yep. That's what I figured. All right, so all I'm doing here, believe it or not, AC Delco still makes this master cylinder. 60 years later, looks basically the same. I'm gonna pull this fitting off. This is like a big banjo bolt that lets you tee the whole thing off. These are the rear brakes, these are the front brakes. So I'll put that in and then maybe I'll bench bleed this thing, which means just pumping it up so this cylinder is really full, throw it on the car. I'm gonna do a bench bleed. That's where you fill this thing up with fluid, put a fitting in here, and try to get it to just dump all the bubbles out. It makes bleeding go way faster when it's in the car. Usually what happens is these plastic things don't seal. They're gonna leak. It's gonna be a disaster, but it's fun every time. All right, and watch for the leaks. You want to get your clean fluid from an unopened container. That way you know nobody backwashed in it. They always say that. I don't know why. Between you and me, I've reused the ones that are open. We'll put this on. All right, so that is good stuff. And I'm gonna get this little fitting. Oh, you know what? Well, I have to put that T on here. We'll ride with this. We'll ride with this. Went out to try to find some appropriately sized bolts. These guys had like an inch of spacer on there. I guess they didn't know about boltsandnuts.com back in the day, but we do. So we're all racked up. I think this would be perfect. No more silly spacers. Oh, I can't turn this sideways on my hand like that. That's a little leak there. All right. You put it back on.
Do you want it back on?
I think that's all right. I'm just trying to understand, like, is this supposed to go around this? Is it gonna grab this seal on there? We'll figure it out.
Maybe.
All right, so, yeah. Let's see how far off we are. I think we're close. Okay, for now, just back that up. Probably see if you can get all the way to that nut. All right, we're gonna have a little talk with this fuel line. There we go. Okay. All right, so it was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
After getting that master cylinder replaced, we bled the brakes at each corner end.
I'm in there pumping away, I'm feeling pressure, it felt like a brake pedal, I'm all excited. And every once in a while I push really hard, I'm gonna go chunk, chunk, to chunk, chunk, which was the wheel cylinders breaking free of their rusty graves and smashing the brake linings permanently into the drums. So they're all stuck except for the back one, which doesn't work either. So we're gonna have to now get into each corner and see what we can do about freeing these things up or replacing them. My guess is I'll have to back the adjusters down to get them out of there. Oh yeah. That'll do her. Well, I've seen worse. Similar. Mm-hmm. But this and that are not. This has got to be out another bunch. Those little push rod lever arms. Because look, but these don't. There's nothing to these. They're never gonna come out that far. See what I'm saying?
I do.
But also, like, I don't even know.
Can I just pull it out and put the other one in?
Sometimes, but these don't look like they want to. All right, I don't think these little actuators on the ends of the wheel cylinder are nearly the same and not removable, but we're gonna tear it apart and see what we can make. We actually found ancient, original wheel cylinder rebuild kits in the back of this car today, so maybe we'll use those, but let me get it apart first. Barb's got his wheel cylinder out. Looks not as nasty.
Is it yours?
Yeah.
Wagner Lockheed.
Gross. I scrubbed my, I mean, that's
Scrubs?
full of barnacles, yeah. We can blow them out. We have seals. I don't believe those new ones are gonna work.
I don't think the seal's the problem. They're not ripped.
No, the balloon seal is behind the piston. That's what's
Oh.
gotta be replaced.
Is that in that thing?
Yeah.
Lock-
Or we could seal them out of this, it's the same bore,
Is it the same bore?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these look to be the same, they're just using a different lever arm or push rod or whatever you want to call those things. But I've made those
Can we
things
just put
before.
this on that?
What?
Pull that off and put this on here?
No, because the piston doesn't have that recess. These are part of the piston.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, look at that. That moved nice and freely, huh?
Yeah, these are great.
Yeah. They better be. They're new.
Yeah. It'd be nice to be able to slap those in, but we got the wrong ones.
All right.
I don't really, I guess we just start.
So can you tap these free? Tap them down and then we can...
Get the torch, hit them with a bunch of, like, break them loose, whatever.
Yep.
Try to knock them all the way out, and then we'll clean the bores, or make sure they're clean and put them in these bores, which should be brand new, and be done with those seals.
Okay.
All right, so our goal is to piece together 2 working wheel cylinders using a bunch of junk we have laying around.
And go.
Here we go. We want to use these push rods, the new wheel cylinder bores, and seals with the old pistons behind them doing the work. Mazel tov.
Beautiful. I mean, it's disgusting.
It's a spring in the middle and 2 like seals.
Nice.
So all we'll do, we'll emery cloth these things until they fit in that bore, and we'll be in business. Cool. And we can use
I never
those
did
other
this
seals. Yeah,
a
not
new
much to it.
Not much to it.
Yeah, spring a couple of
Normally I
seals with
just
some
buy the
pistons.
$8 wheel cylinder and
I
bolt
mean,
it
they're
in.
$7. Yeah, so it's not.
This whole brake job, I think, was like $37.
Yeah, and like I don't know,
And
4
none of it-
hours of our lives
Yeah,
times 4 people,
yeah.
and we made $30 an hour. That's our going rate. That's our labor rate. Not great. It's cleaning up good.
Yep. Real nice.
We found out later that people make a disc brake kit for these cars, but this is way more fun.
Is it?
Totally. All right, there you go. There's a cleanish one. You got a cleanish one? All right, so this
Sure do.
is, yeah. You hear that?
Yeah, I sure do.
You hear that?
I knew we were gonna have to do this.
Can you hear this? All right,
Give me 2 more. I'll clean them up.
we're gonna be in business here, gentlemen. And Declan.
Oh,
That's rude. Look at him go.
Turns out we've got 2 different size wheel cylinders, which for brake dynamics is terrible. But for the time being, we don't super care. We just want it to work. So you can see, I think we've got like 1 inch and 7/8 maybe 15/16.
15,
Not the
16
same.
Is one of the ones I ordered, I believe.
Not the same.
So
So it's weird, but we're gonna do our best to make it work. I can have 1 wheel cylinder together
I'm like,
in no time.
did I not clean this off enough? I'm
What
like,
side do you want to work better, you think? How many more, like right hand or left hand turns are we gonna make? See? All right, so I've got mine assembled with old pistons, new housing, old spring, and old levers, but it's moving nicely. I think I'm in business. Barb has old housing, old everything,
honed out.
honed out, right? Old everything, old seals,
Hold everything.
old everything, just cleaned up. I'm gonna toss mine in and we're gonna get rocking.
It's gonna be great.
We figured out that this is an Olds 9.3 inch rear end out of the donor car that would have had the 324 in it. And Declan has managed to bolt in what we bought as Ford 9 inch.
Yeah. 86 F-150.
There you go. He's got those in there, and he's just gonna do a little bit of line change, put a flare on it, adapt it to that style, and we'll be rocking. We're gonna be in business here, dudes.
Not bad, not bad.
Hell yeah. Sweet. All right, we've got the brakes all back together. Declan is buttoning up the last corner right now with Barb. We're gonna pass out. It's like 10:30. We're freezing. We've been on our feet for 12 hours. But in the morning, we're gonna come back, bleed these brakes, do a couple little bits of wiring, and then drive this car down the road for the first time since the early 60s. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. I'll barely be able to sleep. Just kidding. I'm gonna pass out. I'm wrecked. Just kidding. I'm tired. Barb, you tired?
Beat, dude.
Barb's beet juice. Beetlejuice? You're Beetlejuice. Barb's Beetlejuice. Go. All right. We've all gotten a couple hours of sleep. I feel like 65 bucks. We're going to get jamming. Declan's got that brake back corner back together, and we're going to start bleed this thing, and then a little bit of wiring, little bit of cleaning all the mouse poop out of this thing, and we're gonna take it down the road for the first time since the 60s. I'm so excited. Let's get it. Big day, boys. I'm getting in this filth trap.
Fire up. Declan, tell me how excited you are.
I'm thrilled.
I can't hear you.
Let's just get this done.
What?
I said, let's just get these brakes done so we can drive them. Come on. Come on, Barb.
I was testing you and you won.
All right, start bumping.
Let me see if there's even fluid in it to start, boys.
Yeah, that might help.
We, actually, you know what? You're in the back corner?
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's not much happening here. You got they're all closed? Did you check them? I'm gonna need some fluid, please. A new jug. Okay, open it.
You need fluid now?
Are you getting fluid out?
Yes.
All right. Okay, holding down.
Bringing the car down. We're gonna see if these brakes actually work. Hopefully.
Throw the wheels on this bad dog and see how it feels. Woo! We have a killer pedal in here. It feels like brakes. I'm excited. I think us just hand rebuilding midnight master cylinder, wheel cylinders is maybe it worked. I'm stoked, dude. All right, what's the worst that could happen? Fiery death? No big deal. I found this cool shift boot. Check this out. Yo. Sick. Classic. Spark-o-matic. I don't know what that's probably to go around it. Spin it.
Brakes.
Hey.
That did something.
Nice. Hold on, let me get you. I think I'm in neutral. You spin that?
It's very tight.
How about now?
Now I can't.
There you go. That's
Good enough.
that's called brake power, baby.
This guy. See you on them?
Nope.
Huh.
It's on the floor, doggy.
That'll do it. Floor is its own kind of brakes.
Very saggy. I wonder if it's on the lip.
Spinning her?
Yeah, how about that?
Yep.
There you go. We might be 4 for 4 here.
All right, hit him. Boom. Ah.
Nice. Awesome. Sick. The pedal feels killer. As these things break in and square up, you know, we'll maybe have to adjust them. These are the most simple drum brakes there are in the front. There's no self-adjuster. It's just one circuit, no nonsense, but it feels awesome, and it's definitely going to get us down the road. I'm pumped. Let's get going. All we got to do is some wiring and clean this thing up, and we're out of here. We sail on the seas of cheese in no time. All right, so we got the car back down on the ground. We have brakes. We push it forward. Declan's been cleaning out the interior enough that we can get in there. Barb's got his fuel pump pretty much done. He's just blowing out the old line, which you can see is absolutely disgusting. He's gonna run some brake cleaner and then some compressed air through it. I'm gonna hook it up to the old system. It should be just fine. Then I'm gonna run about 5 wires and we're gonna take this thing down the road. Ready? Yeah. I was not ready for that. What the f was that?
That was like 1/8 of a swerve.
Stop. Forget it. Forget it.
Okay?
What happened?
What do you mean?
Did you see that?
It just went.
Bro, it came out like a shotgun.
You serious?
Yeah.
I gave that like 1/8 of a trigger pull.
Everything I had in here is gone. It all went into the air.
Did you get any dirt out?
I guess.
Yeah, it's good now. What came out originally is like, it was like dribbling out old turpentine varnish. And then I think you put the brake fluid in and it just came all out in a shot.
That's possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
I smell it.
Me too.
Are we good now, baby?
All right, I'm pumped. It's finally time. We've been thrashing for so long, and my Oldsmobile-powered Studebaker hot rod is going to hit the streets for the first time since 1963. Declan did a quick scrub on the inside. I did a little bit of, we'll call it crude wiring, but I think we're there. think we're there. Just kidding. It's being wonky, huh? No, that didn't seem right. Hold on, gentlemen. Give it a minute. We had a lot of fuel down. We pumped the carb like 40 times. There it goes. This is the first time we've had coolant in it, an actual fuel pump, brakes. It's spraying water at me. Declan, see where this water's coming from? Is it just spilled?
It's leaking.
You got a leak, it looks like, yeah?
I think it might be from the water pump. Where's the light at?
Can you see where it's coming from?
Yeah. Behind the pulley.
All right. Damn. All right, well, we got a water pump leak. Maybe from the weep hole, maybe from the flange. We're gonna dig in and figure it out. Let's go. Let's pull it apart.
Talk to me about things.
All right, we have pulled the pulley off. It looks like it's coming out of a weep hole and nowhere else. So that's dependent on that new seal sealing on the back of the impeller. And it looks like we're not getting a great seal there, not even close. You know, it did crack and it was welded back together and then faced, who knows. So we really want to get out there and hit the streets. And we've been working so hard. We're going to try to just silicone this up. Barb found some 1 minute dry gray silicone maker. Down the road, we'll just buy a remanned water pump. But for now, I really want to get this thing rocking. So the show must go on. We're going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to blow this out and try to keep it as dry as I can. Barb's going to come in and we'll glue this thing up. If I get it, just, oh, yeah, that's it, right there. That's the hole.
Yep.
All right, you know where it is? Right. Set timer 1 minute.
Rolling.
Here we go. Take two. Now this is a car that would have come with 124 horsepower. And in 1960, 7 years after the car came out or so, these guys swapped in this Olds rocket motor. This is a 56 324, which would have made 230 horsepower and 340 foot-pounds of torque. Stock! Which, if you think about it, like in 1990, a Ford 5.0 was making less than that. 40 years later, Declan.
Crazy.
That's right.
Damn, shots fired. Dude.
That's all I'm saying. Pretty stout. I'm excited about it. Let's hit the road in this thing. Plus, the tri-power carb setup, better ignition, open exhaust, maybe 260.
I don't like any of that.
The fan's smacking here. We're gonna adjust the fan shroud so it stops doing that, and then we'll hit the road. All right, the problem was the alternator adjuster bar was too close to those cool fans. Here we go. How about it? How about it, boys? Oh! There we are.
Check for leak.
Here we go. Let's see if it moves even. For the first time in 60 years,
Roll that GoPro.
under its own power. I'm not leaving. I got brakes. I got gas. don't know if I have any gears. I'm not convinced I have any idea what gear we're in or supposed to be in. It goes over here now? Declan,
What?
put a quart of ATF in this thing.
Okay.
Let's start there. This shifter, I have no idea. I could be writing my name in this. I have no idea. At one point it went over here, then it twists. How? All right, put in more ATF.
Okay.
All right, clearly our water pump fix is worse than it was before maybe. It's awful, it's spraying coolant everywhere. I just want to drive this car out of the shop. Can I just get it to go out of the shop under its own power? We loosened up the rear brake. We put a little more ATF in it. Declan's gonna fire it up and I'm gonna try. I just wanna see it. I don't wanna hurt this motor. I think this thing sounds amazing. It makes great oil pressure. It seems to run like a top. So we're gonna try not to hurt it, but I do wanna, I need a win here. Lay it on me, Declan. All right, well, it's out here. Smoking, and it's a mess. It went though. Look, the brakes work. Look at that. Look how nice it rolls now. All right, did we get it to move? Technically, yes, under its own power for the first time in 60 plus years. Was it awesome? Not exactly. Transmission's not really shifting or putting any power down to the ground. The water pump's leaking like a sieve. It's like just spraying dirty coolant water everywhere. We're gonna stop here. I don't wanna thrash this car. I don't wanna hurt this motor. There's just so much history behind this car, this motor swap, and absolutely everything. So it would kill me to get it running and then just kill it trying to move it. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna see what's wrong with the transmit, we'll get it rebuilt, we're gonna get that water pump fixed up, and then we'll take this thing out and see what it can really do. But that is it for this episode of Stay Tuned. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.